Hey everyone, this is Julian slash Sardines. I did a flip-flop through hike of the Appalachian Trail this year, 2017, and I'm going to show you all my gear that I used on the trail. So, give you all a kind of bird's eye view. So this is everything. And season-wise, had a couple more stuff for really cold times, but I would say not comfortable. This could get me through the whole AT, maybe down to like nights at 20 and days high, lows, day high, or day temperatures of like 25 or so. Maybe would make a couple changes, but anyway, I'll show you all this. So this was my quilt, Enlightened equipment 10-degree quilt. I got the wide long version. Probably would have just gotten regular, but anyway, you learn a lot of stuff. But it's dependent on your body size. Pack was the Osprey Exos 58 liter, and thought that did pretty well. I made a lot of customizations to it, cut off a lot of stuff. Ended up cutting off the hip belt. Don't do that. Just at least for starting, use it. For my tent, I had a Big Agnes Copper Spur UL1. Really happy with that choice there. I used a trash compactor bag. I cut part of it off, just what I needed, so it just, minimizing weight. So that worked perfectly for waterproofing, no pack cover needed. 2 jackets. I had the Marmot Precip jacket and the Arc'teryx Atom LT for my insulated. This is synthetic. You notice they're both orange. I did that intentionally, so in hunting season, ended up doing a lot of hiking in hunting season. It was very visible. And then my footprint was a piece of, not the normal Tyvek, but like a little lighter weight kite making Tyvek. Just cut it enough for like basically my torso length, a little bit more, because that's where all the weight was, so I didn't need it covering like the entire area. Sleeping pad was the Neo Air X Lite, Thermarest Neo Air X Lite. This worked out fine, no holes ever. And I did carry a pillow. This is a Sea to Summit. It's not their lightweight one. It's the next one. I think the regular size, not the the bigger size. Food bag was a Sea to Summit 20 liter. I was very happy with that size. Wouldn't have gone any smaller personally. And then I carried a 1 gallon Ziploc for trash. Now, carried bear rope, 40 to 50 feet. These are the poles and stakes for my tent. Now, this is basically the clothing I wore most of the time. Pair of Darn Tough socks, a pair of shorts. I would just recommend as short as you can go. These are actually women's running shorts. They're great. They have a underwear liner built in. You really want to be comfortable when it's hot out. And then a t-shirt. This is an Adidas. Any synthetic t-shirt will be fine. So that's what I wore. And then the only extra clothing I carried, aside from my jacket, were these long johns and an extra pair of socks, which doubled as mittens when it was cold out. Let's see. Water. So I carried a Sawyer Squeeze with a 1 liter bladder and 2 1-liter Smart Water bottles. And then I carried Aquamira as a backup, and was very happy with the setup here. Never needed to carry more than 3 liters, so that was fine. Fuel canister, I would usually use the small or the medium. I just like the medium because it just didn't have to replace it as often. Sometimes rarely you had to go out of your way, but I hiked a lot in the off season, so I usually carried that. The pot was a MSR, I think it's called a Titan kettle, a kettle. Perfect with the lid. This is a Sea to Summit spoon. I actually kind of customized it. It was a spork, and it was a lot longer, and I filed it down and made it a spoon. So in the future, just get a spoon. You don't need a fork, I think. MSR Pocket Rocket. Awesome, perfect, simple. cheap. They have a new pocket rocket where these things at the end collapse, which I would have liked. It kind of got annoying to have these things sticking out, but I stored this all in my pot. Oh, there's two things right there. Toilet paper in a Ziploc, self-explanatory. My trowel for digging cat holes, what's it called, Deuce of Spades. Highly recommend. It cuts through roots. It's very lightweight, easy. Purell for hand sanitizer. Black Diamond Storm, I think this is. Spot or Storm. I'm pretty sure it's a Storm, but did the job. Don't need anything fancy. It had the red, it had the white. The batteries will last a while. Don't need to carry extra batteries. Trekking poles, very happy with these. These are the Black Diamond Alpine Carbon Cork ones. I had to replace the tips once. Carried some duct tape on them. Never broke. No issues bending. They're carbon fiber. Cork ones were nice for when it was hot, absorbs the sweat. And then these were really nice, the rubber, when it was cold. It helps insulate your hands. Now, these are basically two Ziplocs, my kind of utility toiletry one and my electronics one. So electronics, I would carry, let's see, so I had my brick and USB cable, which is Lightning for my iPhone, and in one, it is micro USB for charging my battery pack. So I can only charge one thing at a time. It worked out fine. This is a 10,000 milliamp battery pack. Started with a 5,000. I would go with the 10,000. Much more comfortable having that little buffer. Anchor worked great. I would charge this, and then I would use that to charge my phone. So I'd always have like my phone on me. This represents my phone. I did carry this case with it also. This is just a little piece of paper in here with my name, address, phone number, email. So in case something happened to my pack, people have some way of associating it with me. This was the cloth for my glasses. I am wearing my glasses right now, but in case you want to see them, glasses. Tried contacts, didn't work, do glasses. These were my Apple AirPods. I'm the only person who carried wireless earbuds on the trail, but I was very happy with them. It worked out perfect. Really, really like them. This is representing my ID, your credit card, and your debit card. Oh shoot, it's supposed to be some cash here. Well, you carry a little bit of cash, 50 bucks. 2 Ziplocs, double zipped, just for extra waterproofness for that stuff. And then toiletry bags, so I carried, let's see, toothbrush, toothpaste, hand lotion. This is a tent pole splint if your tent pole were to break. Mini Bic lighter, small body glide. I carried just a couple, 2 or 3 alcohol wipes. I would just use them if I spilled food or something like peanut butter or something in my tent or whatever. I could clean it up like that. One time I had a bird poop somewhere and I wanted to get rid of it, so I used that. Carried a little patch for my sleeping pad in case I would get a hole in it, adhesive patch. Carried some of this tape for blisters here. Carried I don't even think you need this, but very small knife. This is just like a little razor blade, smallest one I had, and it did the job for me. Chapstick and a pair of tweezers in case I got ticks. So that's my gear list. Here's everything.